Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band, charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Fonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To
lawmakers to attempt to remove the speaker action that we condemn. We want to so today we have just concluded a very important meeting with the Speakership chair, the Deputy Speaker. And we in the strongest term condemn the intent of the Joseph Baga government to infuse money at the National Legislature to try to remove the Speaker. We are thankful that particular activity was aborted today, and we are constructively engaged with our lawmakers. We are warning our lawmakers to stay clear of this attempt to remove the Speaker, because the Speaker was elected and the CDC fully supports the Speaker as we speak. So we're going to be working along with the leadership of the CDC and the National Legislature to undo whatever they are attempting. We want to show vision.
In a world where the internet drives progress, why
I just got you taken by, in fact, you the first person calling me. Oh, my role is very bad. Yeah.
My man, Zoda.
Yeah.
No, you're my brother. Get it straight up.
Okay.
Where we are now
I can't open that. I would never open that. I can never open that. I would never open that. Okay. You have a second singing. Can't open the door now. Can't roll at you. Yeah, no problem. You
Just to spoon, you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update.
Representative Green. Welcome to the media. Why you?
Why were they one?
Because they are criminal, they know the story. You know, you see all the property to my father again in the country today. That the 5,300 years in for here, they all the property to the guy university. So we are calling for all they refuse based upon that. They gave him lawmaker 15,000.
But he also a CDC lawmaker.
You are accusing another CDC lawmaker. Yeah, because he's on roll.
So when did you realize that he's on roll?
I think I don't know he's on roll.
So you are not supporting.
They gave you from now until Tuesday to jump their side. If not, you hold yourself to be.
Part of the legislative proceedings, so we're going to look at all of the mechanisms. So we are applauded today. We want to see the majority actually split. And in legislative politics, where the majority is sometimes, there are sometimes they got issues. If they are not right, they are not able to get solved. So we have a responsibility to play leadership to see how we are going to mitigate.
I just got you taken by and fire you.
So we in the middle. Hey, no.
Okay, this is the rebel group listing. We were called by them to make sure that Honorable Luther signed on the listing, and they are able to give him 15,000. Based upon that, we arrived on the scene, and we for them were able to get a listing for them. They gave each person 15,000. At the end of the day, after the process, they give you the balance 10,000. This is the listing, as you can see. Lawmaker has signed and received 15,000 to illegally remove the speaker. This is the honorable who received the 15,000 and Luther and the money, as you can see. This is the money, 15,000 US.
Colette took $200.
Colette took extra money for only again. Colette who also facilitating the process to remove the speaker. So this is the rebel listing. The total number they get here
for the seven
to make sure that they remove the speaker. And these are being sponsored. These are being sponsored by Honorable Thomas Fala and the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Criminal Coon. These are the things they involved in because they refuse to conduct audit. This guy refused to conduct audit after the speaker agreed that the house should be audited for transparency and accountability. They refuse based upon.
If the children crying for starvation, just don't spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, don't spoon. You want to know what is happening.
Indeed, you want to know what is happening in Monrovia, Tune to Spoon. You want to get the news updates. You want to know all of the happenings across the country, what the policymakers are doing, what Liberians are confronted with, what the issues are on the minds of the folks in the different parts of the country, what the petty traders are saying, what the issues are across the country. Just Tune to Spoon. This is where we give you authentic information, critical analysis from a diverse panel here every night. On the late night show, I'd like to say welcome to everyone tonight. We are live across the Spoon Network, Spoon FM 107.5. We're live on Fabric Radio 101.1. Many thanks to our partner radio stations across the country that are always relaying the show. Thanks to everyone for being on here tonight. Again, as always, please share the program as you come on. It's going to be a spirited conversation tonight on this edition of the program. I want to welcome everyone who have already started engaging in the comment section. Let us know where you're joining the show from. And please share the program in your different group chats as we talk about Liberia tonight. Get ready to make your input. We're going to allot more time to our audience tonight to weigh in their thoughts on the different issues, since, in fact, we were unable to do that last evening. Let's hope we can have a great show tonight. Alfred Konowa is already here with us in the background. Alfred, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on tonight. You are muted, Alfred.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, and I look forward to having a spirited and thought-provoking topic tonight that we can discuss Liberia together. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely hoping that we can have a spirited conversation tonight. A lot happening across the country, and in the midst of all of the happenings, there are just a few news that will be at the top of all the different happenings. And the legislature has been in the news for a couple of days now, at a whole different level. So yes, there are different sides to this thing. We had a great conversation on it last evening, and we're looking forward to expanding the conversation and bringing some of the other updates to our folks here tonight. But let me recognize a few of the people in the comment section joining us tonight. I see Hassan Kopo has joined us. Kelvin Solomon is here tonight. Fatumata Masali is here tonight as well. Masali, hope I got that right. Philip Bala, Mr. Bala has joined us. Willard B. Morris is here tonight. Joseph Gay Son is here tonight. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to everyone for coming on tonight. Let's hope we can have a great conversation. And again, please share the program as you come on tonight. Let's go into the show, Alfred. Not much to say. Let's get into the conversation tonight. Let's hope we can have let's hope we can have a great show tonight. Yes, I want to get something coming. But Alfred, just give us your opening. You can take 1 minute, 30 seconds to do that. Just that issue that you
Brother Nelson, some of us are vindicated about some of the conversation that we have been having here and telling the Liberian people where the Liberian people problem is. We have said here time and time again that the country's greatest challenge is with the national legislature. That house is so much corrupt that it will take Jesus to come down to cleanse that house. Because over the years, people have been used to doing the same thing over and over without any consequence whatsoever. They were scot-free, and as a result, the consequence of their actions put the country into peril. So we have vindicated. We have said over time and time again that before Liberia to move forward, you need to have a robust legislature. A legislature that will think the country rather than individual pockets. We have said here time and time again that in order for us to move forward as a country, we need serious-minded people that will love their country, they will be patriotic, and anything that they will do will be in the interest of the country. So we have vindicated. So for me tonight, I will just tell you tonight, it just tells you that the people themselves, our people, if you listen to our recent orator, when she said the reflection of the government has got to do with the people. What you see today is the reflection of the general fabric of Liberia. Corruption is everywhere. Once you go into an institution, you want to do the right thing, the people that are there that are used to being corrupt, they will do everything to get you out. And that's what we see happening in the legislature. So I look forward to a very spirited conversation tonight.
Well, thanks a lot, Alfred Konowa, for that great opening. I see our brother Moba Zoka has joined us as well. Moba, thanks for coming on tonight. You appear as if you just arrived from a very strategic stakeholders meeting, but it's good to have you on tonight. Let's have you do your opening quickly as we get into the conversation tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. And Alfred, what's up, brother? Long time, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, my man. They also change your face, so we just be coming up.
Moba has a way of taking us back. Yesterday Moba came on the show. The first thing Moba said was, "Oh, Shirley, how you doing? How was the day? Which soup you cooked today?" And the next thing was, how did the soup taste? How did you arrive at the, Mova, man?
I hope you
Mova.
will play that recording after so you can
Mova.
listen to what
Mova.
Nelson.
Mova, go ahead and do your opening.
Yeah, but no,
The country is
Nelson, thank you
tense
for the
right now.
opportunity
The
and thank
country
you
is
to
tense. Listen, Mova, the country is tense right now. Why the country is tense? Why people up Capitol Hill? The folks are in a lot of because the deputy speaker's vehicle, while the vehicle is being stoned, look what's happening. Look.
And
all of those things are happening. While all of those things are happening, the speaker he's praying. I want us to, for once, I want us to try to align all those happenings. But anyway, Mobile, you have to do your opening. Just do your opening quickly, and then we get into the conversation tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Look, we beat on all the lawmakers and stuff. Every day we come here, we say what we want to say, and we give our mind, our opinion on issues that are unfolding in our country. But Nelson, let's be realistic here, right? A lot of stuff going on, and I realized that Liberia is still behind. Like we live in the 21st century, but Liberia is still behind because of a lot of stuff that's going on. You see lawmakers championing for other people to move, but they can't champion for one bill to be passed for our people to benefit. They champion they spending money for people to be out of the speakership, but they can spend money to teach us who taking $75. JFK is out of medication, out of good health facility. They can spend money over there to tell you how deceitful our lawmakers are. And when we come here, we say things, people say, oh, every day we beat on the lawmaker, we bash on it because they get the opportunity, they get the ability, they get the strength, they get a voice to change our nation from west to better. But today, they're only there for their own accomplishment. They're only there for their own prosperity. They're only there for they and their family. And when I sit on the media and look at and see those things happening in nursing, we reflect these issues. And we're talking every day. Until they can change, we will not change. And much we get the opportunity, and I can always say, Standard Waterspoon, the CEO, the former CEO, gave us the opportunity to come out on spoon to express our frustration, to express what happened in our country. We will. And I want to tell you thank you. And every day I say I defend everywhere. I talk to him. I much that if I have the chance and thing, he's nice big brother, and he gave us this opportunity to tell the Liberian people how their country have been run in the past, but the corrupt lawmakers. When I sit there and let it happen, my brother Alfred, they pay 15,000, 25,000 for people to be removed, but no medication to JFK, no job creation. What the bill they have passed? These are questions we need to be asking them. What the bill they have passed that the champion? But today, I listen to Honorable Koga on Spoon Talk saying things. We will make sure he move on there. We'll fight with it. But they pass bill for JFK to get how many money in their budget. They pass bill for students in the government school to get computer in our school, to get laboratory, for teachers to be paid. They pass bill like that. But then the passing bill for somebody to be removed because he tried about audit.
But Boba, I was just calculating the money they
Okay, no, guys, we're not doing the show. No, we're not doing the show that way. We're not doing the show that way. We're not doing the show that way, guys. Alfred, you've been out of the show for a very long time. You will wait for your time to speak, Alfred. We are going to make sure that. But have you guys noticed something? Since this issue came up, the fight at the legislature, Alfred, since this whole issue about some of the CDC lawmakers plotting to remove another CDC lawmaker, this report about the party being divided on the speakership position, all of those things, all the CDC guys on the show have not shown up. It means that there's something happening in there that even the guys themselves are unable to come up. They don't have the face. They don't have the bold face to come up here to speak to some of those issues. And then you want to ask, where is Liberia headed? Where is the country headed? When the opposition that should be pushing the government, the ruling establishment's feet to fire, is divided on issues as simple as, or as important as, it's not a simple issue because it has to do with the third most powerful seat in the country. Issues as important as the removal of a speaker. But let's hope we can have a great conversation tonight. And again, I want to say thanks to everyone for joining us. Folks, please share the program as you come on tonight. Share the show in your different group chats. Let's hope we can have a great conversation tonight. But too many things happening. Last evening, we went on this conversation. We talked about the different issues that are happening. Of course, the allegation of bribery. You know, we spoke about the claims and counterclaims and all of those different issues surrounding what's unfolding now. We spoke of the letter. We made some analysis around the communications. There were two communications that came up yesterday. One from the former president of the country, condemning what's happening, shifting the blame on the current administration. And the ruling establishment also pulled up a statement saying that they have absolutely no connection with what's happening. And in fact, they were saying that it is the ruling establishment, sorry, the former president and his group that are orchestrating what's happening. And they should look within their own cycle. That statement was saying that the former president should get away from being too quick to want to cover up by coming up with a statement. Now, he knows what is happening. As former president of the country, as a very influential person in the party, he knows what's happening. It's all planned, it's well calculated, and that he should not drag the ruling establishment into what's happening up Capitol Hill. And this is very important because there are more comments coming up, especially wherein issue or allegation of bribery and everything is getting to the picture. Well, there are concerns. There are issues now about morality, ethical breach, and the different aspect that have with the breach of laws in our country. Who's breaching the law to get their objective achieved here? So those are the different issues that are into the in the picture at this point. Why this is happening? ANC released a statement today. But tell me what's happening. Now, we're going to put the statement out. You guys know ANC, right? You remember ANC, the political party of Mr. Cummings. ANC, that political party that got 7% in 2017. Oh, imagine, 7% in 2017, but got 1% in 2024. I mean, they released a statement today. Councillor Tiawon Gonglo is concerned about this as well. He had a conference. He had a press conference today. He read a whole statement today, expressing issues expressing concerns about the issues that has to do with cash being pushed around, the legal implications and all of that, being a legal person. But why this is happening? The big question now is, where is the ombudsman in all of what's happening here? Why? What has been the role of the office of the ombudsman since that office got set up by the president? Look, it was one of the achievements. It was one of those things that the government, the administration was hailed for. But what's happening with the office of the ombudsman? I mean, with all of those breaches and violations of the code of conduct and everything we've seen around here from the executive, now it's gone to the legislature. Where is the ombudsman? Now, one thing to establish here is that the office of the ombudsman, all three councillors, Councillor Finlay Kanga, Councillor Lamin Kwagwa, Councillor Emuna Martins, they all, in their document, propose that each person who sits at that space at the level of the office of the ombudsman, the three commissioners. What's the name for that? There's a name for that stuff. But the top three heads of that office of the ombudsman, their proposed document says each person should be making 10,000 United States dollars. And I know most times people beat on the lawmakers, but as much as people beat on the lawmakers, these are people who are not in the legislature, but we're proposing to make 10,000 United States dollars every month. In the midst of all of that, there has been breaches of several breach of the code of conduct of the country, but not a single word, not a single statement has come from the office of the ombudsman. We're going to have a great conversation tonight, but I want to bring you on, Josh, since you just joined in. Just take 1 minute to do your opening, and then we can start the show officially.
Look, Nelson, thank you very much, guys, and thank you to our listeners. It's good to be on. Look, it's a sad time for our country currently. President Boakai, and
there's a bad feedback coming from you, Josh. Very bad. I think yeah. I think Joy got to change the location, Nelson.
Yeah, I think he needs to go indoor. I think he needs to go indoor because whenever he sits in that location, there's always this feedback that will come through. So he needs to make some adjustments here.
Yeah, of course. Due to the breeze.
But I want us to start from here, starting with you, Alfred. Let's hear your thoughts on the issues. You've been following the different conversations.
Well, I'd like to start with the office of the ombudsman that you intimated in your opening. They see where you have the court system. That's how the office of the ombudsman looks like. If you don't carry complaint over there, you don't carry allegation of complaint, you don't expect the office of the ombudsman to go anywhere to do anything. They must have complaint, evidence to go out for those that are violating the law. But if you say Anthony Pagwa will go and start putting him more into business that he had no business of putting there, he will not go there because the Martin will not do it. All right. So the issue of the office of the ombudsman, we have to be honest as we are discussing. Unfortunately, in Liberia, the country is so backward that it's difficult for any institution to be strong enough in that kind of system. That's the reason why you have that. So now we are talking about the legislature, right? There's no one lawmaker that have said we are going to take this up with the office of the ombudsman. We need an investigation. All right? None of them doing that. The only thing they're doing, they're causing each other, they're fighting each other on the basis of who gets a number and who gets strength. Someone will go and cause each other and what they're doing, right? But let's say, for example, from the fanatic officer, say, okay, these guys breached the law. We are taking it out with the office of the ombudsman. We want the ombudsman to carry out an investigation into this matter.
Alfred, are we getting something right here with this whole office of the ombudsman thing? Are we getting something right? Do we have to go back to the very code of conduct and look at what the role and responsibility of the office of the ombudsman is, and at what point they can come in?
Now, when we talk about the role of the office of the ombudsman, Nelson, it talks about bribery. It talks about misbehavior, going to work drunk, for example, right? You go to work drunk, right? You as a person, you go to work drunk, and something happens. Somebody carry a complaint, and you don't let what they did to you. Maybe they sack you from the job. Then you carry your complaint to the office of the ombudsman. Then the office of the ombudsman now will take your case to investigate what really happened, what led to your sacking. All right, that's how it works. That is the bureaucratic process. You have to carry a complaint to the office before people take your case.
So, Alfred, and I'm going to put. I don't want to say anything yet. I want to put that particular portion of the code of conduct up before making any comment on that, because what you are telling us tonight, Alfred, is that the office of the ombudsman, despite a proposal of 10,000 for each person in at that office to make, should be sitting and see breach of the code of conduct by public officials, and once nobody carries complaint, ombudsman will be sitting and waiting till somebody takes a complaint there before an action is taken. But you can go ahead. I'm trying to put this up and other stuff. Go ahead.
No, honestly, I don't want you to insinuate that the office of the ombudsman is just another bogus institution that has been erected by the government, and people will just be there taking pay and not doing their job. That insinuation is wrong.
No,
all right.
No, and I'm not insinuating. I asked a simple question, Alfred. I asked a simple question, and the question was, in all of what we've seen in recent time, yes, when the office was set up, the government was being held for setting up at least the office of the ombudsman to look into all of those violation cases with the code of conduct. But since this office was set up, you have seen everything that's happened with the LACC and even folks refusing to declare their asset. Now we having bribery issue at the level of the legislature. And Leslie, we'll pull up the statement from Councillor Tiawan Gonklo. But just to begin the show, the question is, what is the role of the ombudsman in all of this? Is this office even necessary? Has this office demonstrated any level of effectiveness since it was set up by the president?
Nothing. This office will only be active and effective when the branches of government support it. It will not be active and effective if it doesn't have the support that is required for it to perform. All right.
Support in terms of what?
Now, when you talk about support, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to believe in our institutions. That's what I'm talking about, support. All right. We say we're setting the office of the ombudsman to investigate bribery, misconduct in our governance system. That's why we set it up for, because it was not there in the first place. Now we are saying to you is that because the institution has been established, we have to believe in the people that work there. So we have to make sure when something happens, we test the system by carrying complaint. Nobody is carrying complaint. So how you expect the system to work? Because you know why? The country is corrupt. Everybody's hands is in the cookie's jar. So nobody won't be seen as the boogeyman. Because at the end of the day, when Bush will haul what? The forest, and everybody will come. So that's what happening. That's exactly what happening. So the office of the ombudsman will continue to be a toothless bulldog, just as we see the LACC, because everybody's hands is in the cookie's jar. And that's what happening to the country until we have men who will rise up to say no to these chicaneries. The country is not going nowhere. We'll talk, nothing will change. Nothing will change.
You know, Alfred, thank you. I want to hold you there. I am going to put this up. Emmy, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on tonight. And Josh, welcome as well. I guess you've addressed some of the technical issues you had. And so let's hope we can have the conversation going on tonight. I'm putting this up. I'm putting this up now because it's very important. I have it in the chat room as well. But this is very important. This is what's in the very code of conduct. We're gonna go to the senators issue, up Capitol Hill, all of the issues there. But it's important to have us go through this particular aspect here. Unless maybe you want to come in, Moba, while I try to get this up. I don't know why it's
Yeah, Nelson. Look, like Alfred said, right? Nelson, the ombudsman need to, although he said like they're not passing around looking for cases or whatsoever, but I think end of the day they need to stand up on some issues, more especially when it comes to the bribery that just we hearing allegedly, we hearing all around the places here and stuff. Next thing, look, let us be real, right? The House of the House of Representatives, they are doing a lot of things that is not in the interest of the Liberian people. They only in the interest of they and their family. That's it. You will always find out that everything you will find out that their hands in the cookie jar when it comes to corruption. Their hand in the other side, their hand in the other side, because they are self-centered. They're only thinking about themselves, but they're thinking about the people who elected them in power to deliver for them. When you ask them, why are you impeached? Why are you guys want to impeach the sitting speaker? They can't tell you nothing good. All they will tell you, oh, they may get concern, they may get the other one, they may get a lawyer, they may get one. That if what the Constitution says. What the Constitution
Thank you.
says, and some of these things, some of these
You know,
allegations.
Maba, I want to interrupt you a bit. Let me interrupt you a bit and put this up, and it is very important. This is the code of conduct 11. Let's go to 12.
12.2.
12.1. Let's start with 12.1, and then we're gonna go to 12.2. Right? It says the office of the Ombudsman is hereby established as an independent, autonomous body which shall be responsible for the enforcement, oversight, monitoring, and evaluation of adherence to the code of conduct. That's the first thing.
Go for it.
Enforcement, oversight. So let's start with the oversight. The lawmakers, for example, have oversight. They have an oversight responsibility. Do they wait for those entities to just maybe for somebody to carry a complaint to them before exercising their oversight responsibility with respect to calling those different heads of entities to question them as to why they are proceeding a certain way? Monitoring. The office of the Ombudsman is supposed to be monitoring all the public officials across the country and making sure that they are in line with what the code of conduct says. Evaluation and adherence to the code of conduct. But let's take 12.2, which says the office of the Ombudsman shall receive and investigate all complaints in respect to adherence of the code of conduct. In the case where there is a determination of guilt and violation of the code by private and public officials and employees of government, said violation shall be submitted by the Ombudsman to the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission or other relevant agencies of government. The office of the Ombudsman shall be responsible to collaborate with the 3 branches of government and civil society organization and blah, 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 in developing regulations. But this is where we are. So, Alfred, I get where you're coming from. You are very particular about the aspect that has to do with receiving complaints. Why about the oversight? But Moba, you want to take on from there because I interrupted you, and then we can.
Yeah, let me just conclude on my thought, and then we can go to the next. But next thing, look, the Senate, the House of Representatives, the House of Senate, they are the cause for the downfall of our people. Look, let us be real, right? Next thing, the Ombudsman can do what they want to do. They can sit. Next thing, all the things they are vla. I would say it without regret, because first of all, we talking about bribery, right? We saw it on camera, allegedly that we saw evidence, right? We saw evidence that somebody brought money out, show it on the camera, and say he want to bring so thing out. First of all, that identical person should be under investigation now, whether he faking it or not. He need to be questioned by the Liberian National Police or even by the scene agent from the Ombudsman. Call him for questioning how you receive this money, what's going on, what is the document that you sign that people say if you get the money, what the recording, let the evidence show, and then let the law take its course. But next thing, I would say this without regret, the House of Representatives, when you look at the entire body, 75% of that people in that hall for them and their family, that's it. They care about the ordinary people who voted in power. How many laws, how many concessions they're out there advocating for, they're out there putting on the floor that will benefit the dire-training people of our nation. How many laws? How many healthcare bills they put on the floor that say, you know what? If you don't get money when you go to the hospital, the government will back you up. You will do your treatment. You will not die. They will not work on you. End of the day, you leave in the hospital until you can get money. What the bill they pour out? They will come here and they won't believe president.
Thank you. I want to hold you there,
genius.
Moba. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Moba. You know, wherever you wear this coat, you come in with all kinds of grammar, disingenuous.
You see, sedition lawmaker
and all those different issues. But Josh, let's hear your take on this issue as we try to transition quickly. Vasco, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nelson, and thank you to our listeners. And it's been a while. Look, I think it's so funny, right? That my brother is here, Moba, regardless of that suit he's wearing tonight, and he's looking as if he's sleepy or something. He's talking about we should not blame the president. Yesterday, everything that happened in Liberia was the fault of President Weah. But today we should change the topic. We should now start blaming citizens, start blaming the cars on the road for killing people, blaming the road for going to people's houses, blaming everybody else but the president. It's comical, you know. But look, that's the sort of Liberia we have. And I think if you're wise, you understand what is happening. But here's what I want to say, Nelson. What is happening, I don't think is a problem that the ombudsman has to jump into. Usually, if anyone who finds it offensive, what is happening at the Capitol building, pick up your phone, call the ombudsman and say, look, there's something that's happening, and we demand an investigation because it affects our community. Tell the people how it affects you, what is happening. They will investigate. But unilaterally, they can just jump. Even guess what? At the Capitol building, the police can just go there. You know that? My man, what are you doing there? That your legislative thing. The police can just go there and arrest anybody. You see, they were standing by. You're looking at them because there are laws, that these people follow. So I'm not going to blame the ombudsman, but I think it's a good opportunity for them to prove that the 10,000 is not going in vain. Now, once calls are made to them, they should attend and make sure that they investigate and find out what is really going on with this allegation. I know Mr. Collins and I work together with Omil. I know his wife very well. We also work with UN Overseas, his wife and I. And when he came to Australia, he stayed at my place. We had a good friends, so we often talk. And I was really shocked, by his revelation and of robbery and money he even showed on the camera. I saw that money. I'm like, why you can't give me some, man? But look, Nelson, the thing is, this is a really confusing time, and with all the experience that people spoke about, because this is not happening in isolation of the executive. White guy knows what's going on. He's breathed every day. Those people are working for him. Let me tell you, we have an imperial presidency in Liberia. White guy knows what is happening at our house. And he has an interest. He knows what he wants from what is happening. But we'll sit here and say, oh no, we blame the CDC, lawmakers because some of them for and some of them, we look at the problem and then we start to look for something else to talk about. It is bad, and it's not helping us. It's helping our country, because people will play blind loyalty to things. What is happening is a dictate of the president. He wants to control the houses, and for that, this money is being dispensed. We know that so many attempts on the speaker had happened in the past. I think 5,000 or so more money was given for people to go and pick up furniture just to vote against this man. And when the investigation came, the same man who was asked on camera and said, yes, the voucher you're holding is valid. When he told Representative Koluba, he said the voucher is valid, ready to come for your things. The next time when they want to ask him, he said, you don't know what the people are talking about. And then we want to sit on these platforms and fool ourselves and fool the Liberian people.
But Josh, sorry, I've been trying to get something else. But Josh, in all fairness, do you think, Sandy, welcome to the show. Do you think this ombudsman, this office of the ombudsman, has been effective enough since it was set up?
Nelson, one of the things we have to know is that the ombudsman has the regulation that they follow. they have they follow the law, and they follow the law that established the office. The ombudsman is not going to come to your house when you be your daughter or you be your son. No, they're not going to do that. Your son will record them, say my pa be me. What in be you for? Then it's go into it and investigate. So they will not go looking for cases. The cases have to be reported to them. Sadly, that's what it is. That's why we got people who are complainers. There will any problem, there will be somebody who will complain. You have to complain, Nelson. The old man will sit down with you. If you don't complain, they will not investigate. So it's just one of those things that we need to know and know that if we don't make the complaints, there will be no resolution to our problems. So
Thank you.
somebody has to pick up the phone, or somebody has to write a letter for requesting for investigation in this situation. I think it's very grave. I think that's a lot of money. That money could have just gone somewhere to repair roads or do something better. But yeah, it's a black guy is using it to want to unseat
and that remains allegation, and that's why there's a need for investigation. But let's move to Emmy. Emmy, your take on this issue. There has been report of bribery at the level of the legislature. Folks not wanting to declare the asset at the level of the executive.
Judge, you want to mute your microphone, please?
No, I think it's Emmy's mic that's on and the senses is turned. So in the midst of everything we're talking about, Emmy, everyone on the show is probably aware that at the confirmation hearing of the office of officers or those to occupy the office of the ombudsman, the folks said the proposal for salary for each of the councillors is 10,000 United States dollars. But in the midst of that, it's been several months that the country is yet to see a single case. Now, and maybe I should put this up again. I'm not going into that whole long part, but just looking at this little portion here, the responsibility of that office, 12.1 says to enforce. The office is responsible to enforce, to carry oversight, to monitor, to make sure that there's evaluation to adherence of the code of conduct. I mean, let's hear your take on this issue, Emmy.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you, guys. Hey, everyone. After tonight, Nelson, I hope you will put this 10,000 thing to rest, because we don't even know whether these people are making $10,000 a proposal. so you keep come back here. You keep calling these people salary as if it's supposed to make them to jump over the rules and the laws of however they operate and do what you want them to do. But I think you can't jump over 12.2, right, Afra? You can do the
no, he can't jump over 12.2. You got to exceed 12.2.
You can't do that. So you can even they give it $10,000. It doesn't matter if they make 20,000. If it says that what they have to do is to wait for complaints, that's what they're gonna have to do, Nelson. They can't do anything other than that. So about the corruption, I don't know. This has been now we're seeing that it's being talked about a lot, because people are accusing the government and all of that, but it's not sitting right, because both parties are involved, the lawmakers. And first of all, I just want to clear up that the legislator, the people in there, don't work for the president. They were elected to work for the Liberian people that represent their districts. My brother just said yesterday, these people work for Boaka. He knows what's going on. So my people, Liberian people, let's not get confused. Y'all voted for these people. They were supposed to be working for you, not the president. So my brother was misleading you on that. But yeah, these things has been going on in our country for a very long time. So I mean, some are surprised why they're acting like it's such a big deal. I'll be glad if they started to do something about it. But who's going to, right? Because allegations from other places, the speaker got in that position by doing the same thing, giving out brown envelopes. So I mean, you like somebody after said you heard Bush and all of that. So who's going to investigate this? I'm kind of confused here that people are making it like, oh, this has never happened before, and this is the first time, and all of that. I don't know what to tell you about that, Nelson. But I know the speaker is not going to do anything about this because what if somebody else? Oh well, wait a minute, you got my vote by doing the same thing. So what are you talking about now? Is against the law? Then it what
Thank you.
become another problem?
I want to hold you there, Emmy, because we want to transition quickly, but we can bring Vasco in and then Jelau. Take 10 seconds quickly, Alfred.
Let me just join my sister to say tonight you put a closure to that $10,000 for the ombudsman. The intent for these people to be well remunerated is for them not to bow down to investigation that will tempt them. That's the reason.
Listen,
Okay?
Alfred. That whole debate about high salaries for public officials so that corruption, and all of those things would be on the low, would be at an all-time low and stuff like that. Has that ever been the case for Liberia? If that's the case, will we see corruption? Are we supposed to be seeing corruption allegedly in government? You know that across several branches of government, there are folks who make some very fast salaries, considering Liberia's economic status.
Unfortunately, my brother Nelson, that has not been the case.
Mhm.
But should we try something to change the environment, to change the mindset of our people? Is that something that we can do for the country? I would say yes. I would argue that it's important that people are well paid so that they can do their job. Because
okay, so you think the 10,000 is necessary?
The
so that
10,000 is necessary. The $10,000 is necessary on the level of job that they are doing.
No,
because we're talking about corruption here.
Again, Alfred, if you say 10,000 is necessary for ombudsman, will you also say same for the lawmakers? Is there a need for the lawmakers to go back to increase their salaries after harmonization so that they will not bow to public pressure? Are you
the police to change to increase their pay from 150?
Yeah, the police officers in the traffic from 150 to maybe 10,000 or
Yes,
5,000.
it's necessary for the police, not the lawmaker.
So that they don't battle to corruption, public corruption, and stuff like that.
It's necessary for us to pay our police people good because every day they put their lives on the line to protect us. I will also say that if the economy is good, it's also good our lawmakers make good money because they make the law that will affect the country. But if the economy,
I want to hold you there, Alfred. You asked for 30 seconds. It's over. Vasco, can you come in? Let's hear you quickly, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. Let me say hi to you guys and hi to our listeners. So, I mean, this whole thing, Nelson, for me, I don't want to waste my time on it. I don't want to waste my time on this issue about this bribery and other thing because I already did my own investigation and I know where the entire problem comes from. Understand? So
where is the problem coming from? Look, Vasco, we're not going there yet. I want you to weigh in your thoughts on this ombudsman situation, and then we're going to get to that issue shortly. But
yeah, that's why I say I don't want to waste my time on your ombudsman thing. That office was just created for Baga to get job to some of your friends. That's it. You will not get nothing for the ombudsman office until they says you're finished. So why waste your time? Nothing. If you can't pay the people that 10,000 salary they want that, they will just be over there be watching you. There are a lot of cases since they established that office. Apart from the one today that we are making a noise about. There are several things that have been happening around in government. Have you heard the office of the ombudsman say anything? So I don't want to waste my time. I'm waiting for the actual issue for all to discuss. That's just another office to pay. Only time see the people there in power.
Thank you.
And pay them.
Thank you. Cindy, let's hear you on this. And then we can,
on Spoon FM, right?
What did I
say, friend?
Moba, you have to wait. You have to wait. Let's have our brother to come in. Guys, I don't want to put people in the back. Let's hope we can go by the rule of the show, please. Cindy, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Nelson. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
All right. Well, It's good to be here. Nelson, I want to start here tonight by correcting something that I was hoping to correct today on Spoon Talk. I'll send you the message, and I also sent it in the group chat. Stanton made a big mistake today on the list. The listing of the representatives that supposedly signed to remove Honorable Funati Kofa. On that list, he included the current superintendent of Grand Jide, former representative of Grand Jide District Number 3, LHS Stack Grant. His picture was there and his name was there. There are two Ellis Grant that I know about. There is the Ellis Grant that he meant to include on that list is Ellis Job Grant from River Says. But Ellis Chesa Grant picture was on there today. And I want to make it clear that Ellis Chesa Grant is no longer a representative. He is currently the superintendent of Grand Jide County. So his picture should be removed. Send that message to Stanton. Thank you.
That correction was made during the spoon. When you end the show, you listen to the correction was made when the representative was on to the Koga. He made that correction, and even Senator Tyler made reference to the city.
Maybe I need glasses, but I watched the entire show to completion.
Yeah.
But
So let's go.
Yes. So moving forward, now I'm hearing a lot of sentiments from some of our friends here. The office of the Ombudsman, I would like to call it, but Ombudsman. Why are they not going after the legislators? Why are they not investigating the issue? Let us establish one thing. The office of the Ombudsman is under the executive branch of government, appointed by the president. While it is true that they can investigate the House of Representatives and the Senate, they cannot just directly walk there, hear anything, and go there and start the investigation. There is a separate branch of government. There are procedures, there are steps that they must follow. So let's remove the sentiment. We understand that the alleged bribery is an issue. But for us to assume that office can just step in a separate branch of government and start their investigation without following their procedures or due processes, I don't think that's how it works. I will also want investigation. I will also want the president to initiate investigation. Because from what we've seen, the video we've seen, I think they are disturbing. I think I agree with that, Maba, and others. They are disturbing. People are also saying that there were bribery done during the elections of Funati Kofa. I cannot recall seeing public videos of individuals being bribed or receiving money and coming on video and say, yes, we were bribed. Those were mere allegations. This time around, we have videos. I think the process should be followed. The president should initiate, even the House of Representatives should initiate investigation. So we can get to the bottom of where the 15,000 or 21,000 came from. Our children need school fees. Our hospitals and our clinics need medical attentions. They need medications. So for individual lawmakers to have received allegedly 15,000 that will actually increase to 21,000, I think that is concerning. The right processes should be followed.
25,000 is only increase to 25,000.
21,000, 21 or 25. I don't know.
25,000.
25.
Come on, Sandy. Sandy, you can't be asking that question. I know you didn't mean it. You didn't mean to ask that question as to whether it's 21 or 25,000.
Nelson, give me 1 minute, please, if you can.
I want us to transition.
You cannot count on me with 1 minute. 10 seconds is enough.
Okay, 10 seconds, please. 10 seconds. Yeah, Nelson, so quickly, I just want to say something to my brother, Brother Sandy. Brother Sandy, I think you're wrong when it comes to the Ombudsman's powers, because the Ombudsman specifically was created to police the code of conduct, and that code of conduct covers the legislature, right? So they have the powers to investigate once they are caught, once the complaint reaches them. that ombudsman is not created for anything else but to police the code of conduct. So I'm very sure that I think you need to do a little bit of research that those guys have the powers. Once the complaints reach them or reaches them, they must do something about it. Thank you.
If you have done the research, you did it for all of us, but I'll do more research. Thank you.
Okay, so yes, guys, and of course, we want to transition now. Yesterday was a day full of drama up Capitol Hill, and of course, one takeaway from everything that happened up Capitol Hill yesterday was that the folks who were in support of the removal of the speaker had 47 signatures, 47 lawmakers on their side. Why this thing popped up and why this conversation is going on, why the folks are up Capitol Hill and doing all of what they were doing, they read the petition, the speaker, this is what the speaker was doing. Was signing his cross, the speaker was signing his cross, kneeling down and praying. And then just after the situation, I mean, look, there was a majestic. He said his little prayer. Father, I'm here. I'm in room, but the people want to unseat me. Nobody knows what he said. But just today, there's another story. The number has dropped from 47 to 41, as confirmed by Representative Samuel Koga. Now, he's pushing the argument that some of the colleagues traveled and some of the people are out of the country and all of that. But what we do know is that yesterday the number was 47. Today he's confirming 41. Guys, what do you think is happening here? Where is this thing leaning so far? I mean, let's make some analysis around this thing. Is the number going to further reduce? This is happening after President George Weah came up with a statement. The government came up with a statement. The folks, the hierarchies at the CDC had a long meeting. In fact, yesterday, right after session, the senators went to their own long meeting. The CDC senators, they're headed by Senator McGill, they went to their own long meeting, and the number has dropped. Are we seeing a win here for Councillor Fonati Kofa in sight? Or is this thing cast in stone? Is the politics going to play? Are people going to flip over whether in favor of the independent bloc or in favor of Councillor Fonati Kofa? I mean, let's start a conversation from here. Let's start with you, Alfred. I don't know, you are muted, Alfred, and I just need you to.
So in legislative politics, there are negotiations, and sometimes people go out to lobby, right? But what's happening in our country, for me, I see a period as, corruption. That's corruption taking place right there. Now, in terms of the politics and in terms of the balance of power, the greater arrowhead here would be the CDC. The CDC and the CDC leadership, including President Weah, they have a role to play here if they want to keep the speakership position moving forward. Because what we see here with the rigmarole between that block of lawmakers that come from the CDC, I think the President Weah needs to do the needful to call these people to an emergency meeting to reassert his leadership role in terms of the balance of power. But any attempt to lay back to say, oh yeah, the politics we hearing say, President Weah lets to shine, he lets to be the only chicken in the room. No other white chicken can be there beside him. If that is true, it will be detrimental for the CDC come 2029. But holding all factor constant, Nelson, I would think that President Weah needs to move swiftly. He needs to move swiftly to call this guy to order and to ensure that those who are trying to remove Speaker Kofa to get back in line, because ultimately they themselves, their legislative position are at stake, because Labrador people are watching. We did not carry them over there to just be fighting against each other. We carry them over there so that they can make good laws that will impact the country.
Thank you. Thank you, Alfred. Let's hear your take on this issue, Josh, and then we're going to move to Mobat, Emmy, and we'll go across the table. Anthony, welcome to the show. What do you think is happening here, Josh? The number has reduced at 6 in less than 24 hours or so.
Now, I'm saying, look, from the surface, what I can say is that there is power in prayer. You see, the speaker was praying.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there's power in prayer. Things are changing around. They say turning around. You know what I mean? Some people can sing the Pentecostal church. Things are turning around. You know what I mean? Yeah. For him, things are turning around, and I think that's a clear evidence that God can fight your battle for you when you pray to Him. So the speaker devoted his time.
You know, I want you to bring the whole religious
I'll
thing.
go on the other side.
This is politics playing here. There's a dirty game playing here. This is betrayal. This is friend going against friend. Enemies becoming friend, and all those kinds of games are being played here, Josh.
Yeah, now saying, look, I think this whole problem is from President Boakai, and I will continue to say, I know people don't like me saying this, and if you know politics, if you follow the politics, the reason why Speaker Tyler was removed, the reason why Speaker Mervyn Snow was removed, you will know that the legislature, they don't work in isolation, especially when it comes to leadership there. Everything is few from the executive. We say they are separate branches. I understand my sister Amy was, going after me for this, but my sister, I'm sorry. We know what is on the books and we know what really transpires, behind the scenes. They are separate branches. But guess what? The executive can dictate who becomes the leader at the legislature, or let's say the lower house, on all the houses anyway. So, because that's where the money comes from. The legislator, he's not collecting money from LRA. The money comes from those people to go to the people, so they know exactly what the money trade. That's what they follow. So money is the major motivation in this whole thing for people to change leadership. It's all being motivated by greed and money. So these people, the executive will bring out the money and say, look, we don't want this person because we feel that this person is a threat to us. So get rid of him, and they fund the process. They give the money, and people go about to do these things. So if you say they don't work for Boakai, honestly, I agree with you, but they do work for him, and you have to agree with him as well, because it's never going to be done without the input of the president. So
but George, you guys are the majority in the lower house. You guys are the majority in the lower house. Why would you say that the president is infusing this when you guys have the majority black?
Thank you. And I appreciate that question, but that tells you the power of money. The power of money cannot be denied in this area. And look, everyone has their own personal. Let me tell you, people in the house that they have their own personal agenda. Then they got party agenda, and then they got a people agenda. Like you hear the recording, right? When they were trying to convince my brother, Mr. Collins, right, Honorable Luther Collins. They said, in your district, anything you do that are your own money will come from you that you will use to make that place a place that will be friendly to you for your re-election. In essence, that's what they were trying to tell him. So if you don't take the money here and go and do something for your people, and you say you won't stand alone, my brother, you will lose. That's what they were telling him. Money is changing hands. Bread that they told you, they did not say we give you money, but they say if you don't join, anything you do in your place that your one will be able to stand in there. You do your own election. So you understand, money is motivating the people to put their signatures down. Because guess what? President Weah will not take money and give it to you, say go run campaign. Neither will I do that. So they find a way to make that money. And that's why you see people taking money here and there. So we cannot blame them. Once money is offered, the person who will provide a bribe is a criminal. And in this case, we all look around and we know that Boakai is the one who is funding the process. And no one else to blame but Boakai, because Boakai wants his agenda to be on the front page of the legislature or the lower house. So he wants somebody that who is friendly with him and somebody who would not, be influenced by the opposition. He wants somebody that. So he's using this money, and guess who money he's using? President Boakai never had money in his own name. When he used to go to America, he used to live in Costa's basement. But this guy, he has our money now, so he can spend it any way he wishes.
So
that's what's
thank
happening.
you, Josh. Guys, let's do this thing, man. when leave on the show, you just allow George to be talking. They may go 3 minutes now.
But nobody get power body. Nobody get power body. I don't
No, guys. I was making an adjustment in the background.
Even the co-host was sleeping.
No, I was making an adjustment in the background. Usually,
they're coming for you.
guys, yeah. So usually, the person in that position at mobile, usually you the co-host now.
No, but listen, Mega to let it talk, I can just call it
thank you, Mobile.
The Mega to let it talk. No matter what the man saying is irritating everybody, but you got to let it talk.
No.
Mobile, you look diplomatic today.
Don't make this thing look like I'm being irritated by anything here. No,
I exclude you from there.
Listen, Mobile. Sometimes damaging, and you got your choice of words can sometimes be damaging. But anyway, we have to make progress.
But let me say this, right? My brother ever said the president giving money to people to go. First of all, you're not getting no indication that the president post anything to Fonantikova and Fonantikova resist it or even say no to the president. So there will be no reason for the president to go against Fonantikova. First of all, the president is 100 times or 1 million times supporting Fonantikova as an identical house. Today, when we look at it, a majority of the people who run here and there are seditious. Majority of people in the house that are seditious. You get almost 65% of the people in the house there. But you're doing nothing, son, for the country. Then you won't come here to justify what? It's just irritating some of us when we sit down with y'all and you're saying things that make no sense. Why y'all get people in the house that sort of change, transform the Liberian people life? That sort of be there for the cause of the Liberian people. Y'all get close to 75% of seditions in the House of Representatives to transform the life of Liberians. But you're sitting on the show tonight. You're saying Joseph Baga doing day, giving people money. You guys should, I don't know. Sometimes I get big thing I say, but where your own patriotism coming from? You sort of sit down and realize it. You get sedition in there. For nothing covers of the seditions. Today, the Koga men were on the show is a sedition. But today, in turn here, buy on your own sedition, brother. Then you want to come here and put on Joseph Baka, give him money or there's any evidence you get that Joseph Baka giving money to people. Look, let me say this, Nelson. Every day we come on the show, we say what we want to say.
I got everything you just said, Moba.
We speak our mind.
Going back to the question, Moba. Who's winning here? What do you think is
Fonantikova is winning.
What are your predictions?
Fonantikova is winning, and I want for Fonantikova to win. I don't want him to be removed. No, I don't. Fonantikova working in the interest of the Liberian people. There's no way we will sit on the show and criticize Fonantikova for doing the right thing. All we can do, we need to push him so that he can audit our identical house. I hear today the representative Koga say, even when post somebody they will audit the house. What kind of audit they will audit? The men bringing diplomacy to the House of Representatives as a speaker. He's trying to transform the thing. I'm making it very when they bring out impeachment bill on the floor for JMB. He step on it. It makes them angry. Then you want to come here and say the man who they get impeachment bill to, they force him to impeach the president, and he said no, but the president will turn against him to tell him say he must step down. What a common sense, man. Common sense. They
Thank
will
you.
come here and say the
I want
president
to hold you there a
give
bit,
out money
Mobile.
to people to give money to sedition. So you want to tell me your party, that poor party, sedition in the house?
Thank you, Mobile. Let's hold you there. No wonder why you were making a case for Josh, because I think you and Josh, you kind of maybe on the same path when it comes to this whole time situation. But Vasco, go ahead. Let's say your take on this issue, and then we'll bring Sandy in.
Yeah, Nelson.
Who do you think is winning here, Vasco? What are your own analysis around this whole numbers thing, guys? Because at the end of the day, Vasco, the numbers speaks at the level of the legislature. You know, though we play that video where you see the speaker going, the speaker praying, the speaker kneeling down, signing a cross. Gets to a point where it's not about signing a cross. And someone says maybe because he signed a cross, that led to what we see now. But who do you think is winning here, Vasco?
Let's see. No one else but Funanti will win. I called on the show the last time. I said it. This is just something like just a flow show, something the guys on. But Funanti will win. Nobody will take Funanti for what it. If we don't want Funanti, that's the only way Funanti will leave. But once the former president have already spoken to his people and sent a strong communication, everybody will start to fall in line. If I were even in our house as a representative, that we don't want new, we're going to be outside today for the BRAF. Say, but can I get used for the Liberian money? I was going to be number one person to go to the BRAF.
Again, Vasco, I know whenever I ask you, you lead a question, you go to Baka. I want us to address the issues here tonight, Vasco. My question to you again is, given all we've seen playing out here at the legislature, who do you think is winning? What's going on? What's the analysis around this whole number game? Yesterday it was 47 in favor of the independent bloc. Today it's 41. Do you see possibility of the numbers increasing for the independent bloc? Do you see the possibility of Councillor Kofa, the speaker, getting more out of the already 41 that's there?
Nelson, majority of the CDC lawmaker name that you saw on that list, after that incident where they insulted each other, they were at their party headquarters. They went for an emergency meeting. They were there. And let me tell you, I have listened to some of the CDC lawmakers. They are some of them have different issues with Funanti Kofa. Some of them are angry about the way Funanti Kofa is. And leaning with the president, with the executive. They don't want to. There's someone that's saying that this is not what we elected you for. We want this horse to hold the executive, put the executive feet to the fire, so they can be able to work in the interest of the Liberian people. We never put you here
Call
for you to be.
Call the man off. Call the man off and correct him, please.
No, Mobile.
What did the man saying?
You contradict yourself just now. My sister,
No, Mobile will not do that. Let's allow Vasco
What
to
you thought, say I'm contradicting myself. Let me talk. You are yesterday, you say Daniel Sando Buttress, President, we are something insane. Then say I'm contradicting myself. So this is it, Nelson. I'm giving you scenario so you can, the English part, I know you can get your heart out. The number will continue to decrease, and you listening to some of the lawmakers that even sound they took that money. Today, more than 3 or 4 lawmakers. So you say, yeah, those son, but we're not part of that plot to remove the speaker anymore. So that should just tell you that the number will continue to decrease. So I mean, that fight now it will just be a wasted fight, and the money, the thing that hurting some of us that the country money that just went in the breeze. People coming, people ate almost $1 million in a breeze. Nelson. And who you think have that kind of money on him right now? If not the government. Who the individual will take their money, knowing fully well that even when you spend all your money, now you will be the speaker. It is the government here. That's what they took for Natikufa. They
Thank you.
they
Let me hold you there, Vasco.
They carry
Thank
him Italy.
Vasco,
So
I don't think I'm muted. I don't think I'm muted. Thanks a lot, sir.
Just give me 10 seconds.
Mobile, we're gonna bring you.
Come
in.
10 seconds.
You respond 10 seconds.
Let's take Sandy quickly. We'll bring you in, Mobile. Just jot down your point. We're gonna bring you in. After Sandy, we take Emmy.
Nelson, your question is who's winning?
Mm-hmm.
If the honorable speaker is not removed, he's winning. If those from his camp, well, if he's not removed, those from his camp wins. We are all making accusation here, Vasco. Wakai spend money is an accusation. But there is a clear fact that we know that has been established is that the CDC camp is divided currently. It's a clear fact. There is no debate about that. On the issue of President Bouaka dishing out money, there's no fact. No one has come out to say President Bouaka gave us money to dish out. That is an accusation. But did we see members of the CDC fighting one another, causing one another? Did we see members of the CDC trying to kill or beat up? I should use beat up, not kill. Maybe kill is too strong. But trying to beat up the deputy speaker yesterday?
They were trying to throw him overboard. Yeah, kill.
That's a fact. So if we're going to put this, if we're going to quantify this, we're going to choose clearly here that the CDC is divided. So knowing that the CDC is divided on this, why would we now accuse the Unity Party of being behind this? Here is what happened, Vasco. The CDC brought their own child out and said, let's chop this child. Unity Party or the ruling establishment is claiming on this and say, okay, they brought their own child, we're going to join them. Because the ruling establishment want the speakership, they want that position. So if CDC bring their own man out and say we don't want him, here is the man that remove him, expect the Unity Party to join in. Are you telling me, Vasco, let's assume without any fact, but let's assume that President Bouaka is dishing out money. Are you telling me that he has also convinced members of the CDC and gave them some of that money? We saw them fighting. We saw the CDC fighting. Are you assuming, are you stating here tonight that the president of the Republic of Liberia has gone into the CDC base to also dish out money there? That made them yesterday to start fighting their deputy speaker? Then the president is very powerful. The president is very powerful. That we will see the president convincing the deputy speaker on strong sedition to remove the Speaker of the House. Another sedition. But again, those are accusations. Look, I think, Nelson, like I said yesterday, some of the whatever you call them that they listed, I think there were 6 or 8. You know the phrases.
They call them the renegade legislators.
What I think listed on Natikofa. The man was mining one small town in America. He stole their millions of dollars. You know, the man was there, he was that. Most of that they knew. And the question was asked today, and the representative could not clearly answer us. He couldn't answer the Liberian people. You knew all this. Koga, why did you vote the man? And now you're coming in, listing the same thing you knew before you letting this man, and listen to them now.
Thank you. You know, this is very important. And
Vasco,
this is
you counting time because I'm implicating CDC in this. Sorry, Nelson.
And this is very important because this is one thing, one of the points that have been raised by a lot of people. So many people say All those lawmakers, they knew exactly everything they're outlining in the accounts now, but they chose to speak just now. And why are they speaking out now? But is it also fair to consider the fact that all of those people that are speaking out now is not all of them who elected the current speaker as speaker? Now, one thing maybe we should also be taking into consideration is the fact that the speaker won with less than 5 votes in a House of 73 representatives. So it means that, like a lot of people who say about the country, judging from the previous election result, the House has been divided since January when the representatives decided to elect who becomes the speaker. The House has been divided. All right. So maybe that's another thing we should be looking at as well. But Emmy, go ahead. Let's hear your analysis on this issue. Who do you think is winning? Where do you see this fight leading? Anytime soon?
Well, thank you, Nelson. I think like Georgia already says, God does answer prayers, and the speaker's prayer has been answered, and I think he's winning. I don't know. I may be wrong, but I don't see him being removed. It's been, I mean, I think it was gonna, if it was gonna be done, it might have been done by now, but it's too many noise in the market right now, and a lot of people are being implicated, and I think they're gonna have a second thought on that. I don't think they will move on with it. People that even took the money, according to Vasco, they some of them having cold feet now, right? So like Sandy has rightfully pointed out, CDC is fighting, they are divided. So we're not saying Vasco and Georgia was a party supreme. Right
The
now, what we're
party
seeing
remains
being,
supreme.
well, yeah, well, whatever. But right now, what we're seeing right now is that Brian envelope being supreme. So I don't think that anything will happen, because a lot of people, since it's being put out there, people pictures being lined up, speak up for sale, and some people, they just don't have the guts to stand up for what they believe in. They follow the crowd and everything else. So I I see the speaker being, I mean, the winner, and pretty much sure that the president is behind the speaker. Of course, the One United Party won the speakership, but is the speaker doing anything that will want the president to push with everything he got in him to get him out? Absolutely not. I mean, when it, to say it was a new election are going on, like when it was in January or February, whatever that was, that we were pushing for Unity Party, because we thought there was going to be obstructing development and things that to come and to happen in the country. We would have said, yeah, the president will be pushing for that, but he I mean, he lost the fight. So, and since then, we have not seen Speaker Kofa doing anything, like doing CDC bidding. Speaker Kofa been doing the Liberian speaker bidding, not even United Party bidding. And that's what we want from a speaker working across the aisle. It doesn't matter where you come from, what party you come from. That's what we wanted. And we didn't think that CDC being the people they are, we never expected that was going to happen. But Speaker Kofa kind of proved himself, like, oh, maybe he was just on that something, but he's not part of the party supreme. He's there to fight for the Liberian people and rebrand himself or whatever. And that, for that, I support him, and I don't think that anything will happen for him to lose that position.
Thank you.
Hopefully not.
Thank you. Anthony, let's hear you quickly, sir.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening to our listening audience and our Facebook follower.
Shirley,
including
welcome
YouTube
to the
as
show.
well. Good evening to all the panelists. I'm a politician. I'm going to take a political angle here tonight.
Mhm.
If anyone thinks that the Unity Party is innocent in this process, think again. If anyone thinks that the Unity Party is innocent of the whole thing happening on Capitol Hill in Liberia, then think again. What am I saying? The speakership during the electoral process, Speaker Funati Kofa won by a very Small margin, if not 3 or 4 votes different. Richard Coon came very close. Was the candidate of the Unity Party. Politically speaking, if there is a loophole where there is an inner wrangling of the CDC, the Unity Party will place against Rachel Coon. It will be very easy for them to have the speakership, have the presidency, and the vice presidency, including the Senate pro tem. Who doesn't want that to happen for them? The Nigerian people say, who doesn't like better team? You all can sit here and think as though Joseph Human Boaka is a saint that he will not play politics. All the people that put a neck on the chopping board for Joseph Human Boaka, lobby did everything. Where are they today? Gone. Can't hear about them. The Benana Ure that used to advocate from the get-go of CPP, he was the first. He stood up and said, I support this man. This man will be our man. Where is he today? So politics is a calculated risk. There is no best friend in politics. There is no brother and sister in politics. It's a dirty game. And we saw how this man, His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boaka, walked that front line. And today he's the president. I am not naive to sit here and act as though Unity Party is innocent of anything that is transpiring right now in Capitol Hill. Matter of fact, they are blowing the fire. You know,
so
the blacksmith had a little thing.
Anthony, just few seconds, and then we transition and go to Shirley. Anthony, who do you think is winning here? And then the next thing is, if you will want to drag the Unity Party into this,
Speak of Fanadikova is winning right now because this deal here backfired. Look, if it comes to the Liberian legislature or the Liberian politician, 99.9% of them would take the money. Again, 99.9% of them would take the money.
Anthony, let me hold you there. Let me hold you there a bit. If 99, Anthony, let me hold you there a bit. If 99.9% of them would take the money, according to you, are you insinuating here that they took the money to elect the current speaker?
Everything they do over there, that money.
No, that's why I'm asking. Are you insinuating that they took the money to elect the current speaker?
90% of them are got position. That money, not merit-based employment in Liberia. That money.
Baby,
no merit-based because you was the campaign person here, or because you know, but money change hand for them to get power, for them to get position. That's the norm of
Anthony, I don't know where you're coming from. Mr. Cummings pulled up a statement today. Maybe you will have to read pull up Mr. Cummings the statement so you can really get the question we're asking. And again, just the final question, Anthony.
I understood the question. You just don't like my perspective. That's it.
No, I have no problem with your perspective. It's just that you're not coming in clear with your response. And my question is, you just insinuated.
Kofa is winning this particular circumstance because the deal backfired. You will have been taken by surprise.
And again, no, I don't want us to go there because we already understood that aspect. You said 99.9%. You're accusing the lawmakers. 99.9% of them take the money to vote. And you know that in January, they voted. That election saw the current speaker coming to power, becoming the Speaker of the House of Representatives. If you are saying that 99% of them vote on the money, are you? No, Anthony, Anthony, you have to. We need to have a conversation. We need to have a conversation. If you are saying that 99.9%. No, but you're not waiting for me to label my question. You're interrupting my question.
I'll wait, bro.
So I'm asking, if you are saying that 99.9% of them take money to vote. Are you equally insinuating that the election that saw the speaker now getting the speakership was marred by the same process?
Nothing. We did not hear anything because they all were in cahoots. That's the reason why. This one, other people are not in favor of it. That's the reason why you heard something. I'm telling you, that's Liberia there for you.
Okay. So now we got the point. So I mean it implies. We're gonna take Shirley, but just before that, let me bring Mobile in quickly. Mobile, a few seconds. Just
Yeah,
a few seconds.
yeah. Thank you, Nelson. You see the contradiction too much on the show, and some of these things we need to correct it. My
Correct
brother,
it quickly.
my brother then started on the show tonight. He said Joseph, the speaker in cahoots with Joseph Imabaga, which is the president of the Republic of Liberia. Anything the president say, he go by it. Everything is going smooth with the president. Then the seditions, they are the lawmaker against him. Then now the same president who and Fonati Kofa are close and doing everything in close range. The same president will get up and say, you know what, let me take Fonati Kofa out. Let me give people money to take Fonati Kofa out. That's a big contradiction. Even when you take a 2 years old child, they don't believe what he's saying. You have somebody close. According to him, he said the people vote because the president and Fonati Kofa, anything the president said, Fonati Kofa going by the president word. And now he's sitting on the show, the president giving Fonati Kofa money, giving other lawmakers money, so they can impeach Fonati Kofa from the house, from the speaker house, from the speaker seat. So that Nelson, that's a big contradiction. So now when the point on this thing, we need to correct them. There's nothing to counter. You can counter it. That's what he
and
said.
sometimes you provide the correction depending on where you sit, and that's very
Let me
important.
make a correction.
There's no correction.
But
That's it. That's what you said.
Shirley, you can
keep
go
your
ahead.
correction.
Let me make a correction.
Vasco, you will come in, but let's get Shirley. Let's get Shirley to come. Let's get Shirley to make.
Pastor, we actually know exactly what you want to say, so that correction have already been made. But hello, everyone. It's good to be on here. I actually was watching the show, and Vasco make a statement that I just want to talk about before I make my point. That every one of us, no, I don't think it's a correction. It's just, just to make sure that it's clear. I think he mostly can use that word loosely. I don't think he knows what it means to sit and be like, all of us don't understand English, or all of you that on here don't understand English. That is very disrespectful to say that to your friends that they don't understand English. So I was like, wait a minute. This is not his first or second time. So Vasco, thank you for teaching our English. We'll be looking forward to learning from you more. So thank you for opening your English class. But I don't think I want to learn from you because you do contradict yourself, like Moduba was saying. If you are making a point, I feel like you don't stick to it. You want to be on this side and that side. I think it's kind of like I want to be on the opposite side. I don't want to agree with anyone on the show. I just want to stand out. And I don't think it make you stand out at all, because the truth is there and you just face the truth. Okay, Nelson, what's the question?
So you've already exhausted your time responding to Vasco.
It's okay.
You've already exhausted
I
your
didn't
time
get to
responding to
introduce
Vasco.
myself. Nelson, what's my question? I will answer it in few
So
seconds. And
again,
Vasco, I love you.
just
Vasco and forget the question.
Yeah, you're not making the case. You're not making the case, Sherry. Let's do this. Let's do this. Why you correcting Vasco? Vasco has his hand up. But again, yesterday, yeah, and this is the question, Shirley. This is the question. Yesterday, the independent bloc, opting to remove the speaker, had 47 signatures. Today,
Nothing point of correction. They are not independent black. They are renegade black. Renegade black.
Thank you, Alfred.
Guys, it depends how you want to put it.
Independent. Those people all have
no, guys. It depends how you want to put it. So today they confirmed that they have 41.
41, yes.
Some of the lawmakers are going back and withdrawing their signatures. So the question is, Who's winning? Where do you think this thing is taking us? What's the analysis around this entire process?
That's a really great question. I think we were on the show yesterday, and I was able to watch Spoon talk as well yesterday. And it was clear that people can put their name on there. They can have like 50 people. When push come to shove, those 50 people, they can end up with 39. So either way, they do have 41 as of today. It doesn't guarantee them that they're going to have that 41 when they go into their meeting, as the representative that was representing them on the show claimed that he has the number, and he is waiting for a lot of other people that travel to come and sign. So I would think the speaker is winning, because first, think about it, they put him in the position, they knew all of those things that he listed that he's not doing right, that he is a criminal and so forth. They knew all of that. They voted him in. So there will be the same people that are going to put their name on there, and they're going to take their name out. So it's not surprising at all. They can have 41 and they will end up with like 25 or 2 or 3. It's
Okay.
possible.
So in a case where it's alleged that those people took money, and now they're coming back to withdraw their signatures, what happens to the money?
Well,
What happens to the money?
First of all,
Where is the money going? Does this in any way take away from the argument that those people took money? Because if they took money, why on a what agreement, on what grounds are they withdrawing the signatures?
And that's what politics comes in, right, Nelson? They can take their money. If you ain't record me taking the money, and you come and be like, oh, because your name on there, you took money, they can come and be like, no, I didn't take money from you. So they have to prove it that they actually give the people money. So the people can come and be like, nobody gave me money. I know there was one person who said that they gave him money. That's just that one person. And they can come back to be like, oh, that one person, they are using him to kind of play some kind of game. So they didn't really give him money, or he didn't really take money. Because think about it. The contract is too high. If someone offer you, I mean, I'm not saying it's right to do. The contract is high. If someone offer you 25,000, you'll be signing your name too. They're giving you 15,000 down, you will sign your name. But it doesn't mean that you guaranteed to be on their side. So yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Why are you just putting your hands up? So,
because I got something to say about that.
Amy, you want to take a few seconds quickly?
Yes, thank you, Nelson. Thank you very much. But I don't think, Charlotte, from my understanding, the way it works, I don't think they just give you the money and then you just walk away. I think before your name gets on that paper, you are already been given the money. And you sign in and you're getting the money. They're not just giving you the money for you to walk away and then sit there and say, oh, I think everybody in that place know how it works. When your name is on that paper, you already have that money in your hand. There's no go coming about that. So,
but it doesn't guarantee
you
that
cannot just sit there and say, oh, no, I just put my name on it. No, I don't have it. Nobody will believe that.
No, I'm saying, Amy, it doesn't guarantee the whoever to say, oh, I need to be on this person's side because I put my name down and I got money.
No, well, you gotta give the money back because that was the deal. You vote for this person. Right? I give you 15,000. After the votes, you get the rest of it. If you're not voting, you better give my money back. I will hunt you down.
There will be another conversation for them in their little corner, right?
The other representative will complain about it, $200, so you got 14,800.
So let's give Josh his few seconds, and then
we're going to the phone line today, right, Nelson?
Yeah.
So
it's
just good, by the way. I love that.
This second way giving you can see my own hand.
But man, you get this second to net because you keep talking the same thing.
No, guys, we're gonna do this, but Josh, go ahead now. Go ahead and take a few seconds.
Thank you, Nelson. Look, this thing is not. I just overheard my sister Shelley saying something about the signature of money that they gave them. I think this resolution spells out exactly what you're signing for. on that paper. There is a complete understanding that when you sign on this paper, this is what's going to happen. And you know exactly what that is for. So I don't agree with people who are now withdrawing their signature and citing different reasons. For me, it's just another way of standing back and say your money go fierce. Yeah, that it's just exactly they're just giving President Boakai the finger and saying say it's gone. You know what I mean? And it's sad for our country. But look, I don't want to delay the show. These people are playing games. And I think the person who is the master of the club is President Boakai. He's giving his money for these things to happen. He's making our country to look like a circus where our clowns are parading the street with different colors.
Thank
Did you
you,
see the
Josh.
colors you guys were wearing? The
Thank you, Josh.
lawmakers, man. Oh, stuff,
Mama,
yeah.
you can take Josh.
Yeah, thank you, George. Thank you. Although you got no evidence to show, but thank you. Alfred will come to you. Let the Vasco. Yeah, 30 seconds. Go ahead. Let go to Alfred.
Yeah, Mobile, I just want to make some correction. When I was speaking, you wasn't listening. I said some of the lawmakers that signed that resolution, they are giving different information. Like Matthew Joe. Matthew Joe said the reason why he signed that resolution, they want to inform in which the speaker is he's leading the.
Tell us. Don't say we know. You got to explain to us.
Yeah. But I want to explain what you didn't listen to me. Now I
Yeah,
say
go
English a
ahead.
problem.
In which way? In which way?
The man said the speaker, they never elected the speaker to be flying around with the executive. That's a separate branch of government. They're there to work in the interest of the Liberian people. There's a whole lot of stuff been going on. People losing their job. One man can wake up Josiah Joker, they're firing people. The speaker don't say anything about it. But when people talk about what the president is traveling all over the place, then speaker come in defense of the president. So he Matthew Joe that one of the main reasons as a strong citizen to go against Funasti Kofa. That's what I was saying. I didn't say
so my question to you now, right? I come in Alfred. My question to you now, right?
Sherry, I always listening.
According to you, but listen now.
Listening to the mail.
Vasco, can you listen to me? According to you, according to you, you said when your own people, some of them already had a dissatisfaction with the speaker, with the close proximity with the president. But now, within your first statement, you said the president giving people money, right? Giving people money to vote the speaker out. How does work if the president and the speaker too close? And whatever the speaker say or the president say the speaker can't defend of the president, and the president now will go and juke the speaker from the back. How does work? That's my question to you, because that's what you said.
But mobile, I think simple. They told you said the president want Funati Kofa.
My man, Alfred, go ahead, my brother.
The president don't want Funati Kofa. What you really seeing for you to feel that the president really.
My man, that's your own thinking.
The person the president support is Richard Kuhn. And Richard Kuhn and Jeremiah.
Can we move on?
They are the main people behind it.
Thank you, Alfred. Go ahead, my brother. Do your stuff. We'll take call, but I think that's not on the last one. I think we'll take call. We'll just go back to do 1 or 2 minutes.
Well, a few months back, when the whole issue about the leadership of the legislature, especially for the lower house, some of us were looking at Speaker Funati Kofa's past history, and we judging on it, and we spoke against him not to be the Speaker of the House. But he has surprised all of us that a man can change. No man is infallible. All right? No man is infallible. And he has proven time and time again that the position he occupies, by virtue of its establishment by law, is supposed to work within the interest of the Liberian people. It's not supposed to be based on party. Even though it's from the party he comes from that makes him to be the Speaker of the House. It's a political ground. We know that. But in expansion, it's about check and balance. It's about check and balance. So are you guys telling me that Speaker Funati Kova does not have Liberia at heart? He just won't be playing politics? Is that what you guys are telling us? So that's why we are here to support Speaker Kofa, to even tell Liberian people to come out in his defense.
Of course.
Why Liberian people are not getting angry with all this are going on? We want that whole place to be flooded. We want that place to be flooded in his defense. Because since he took over as Speaker of the House,
30 seconds.
it has not been any instance or instances where he played by the politics and forget about the substantive issue that's supposed to be discussed at the level of the lower house in terms of its impact to the Liberian people. So for me tonight, I think the speaker is winning, and I'm encouraging Liberian people to come out. We need a genuine organic protest in his defense. That's what we want. So I'm calling Liberian people to come out.
Alfred, why you just saying that, man? You're going, you're taking 10 minutes to tell
They were expecting you to know.
Alfred, we cannot be calling on people to go and protest, to defend the speaker.
Can I take my 30 seconds
Think about
please?
This is something that has to do with the lawmakers. It is the lawmakers that should be making decisions at this particular point who becomes the leader. And
Nelson, whatever decision they make over there, whatever decision they make has a trickle down effect on the Liberian people.
Let me just learn on this. There's procedure. There's a set rule. There's a set process as to how this thing works. How
we can see you over here.
No, you guys will see me later. It doesn't matter now. But there's a process.
Okay. You transition.
There's a process. So if Alfred, who is influential, he sits here, thousands of people listen to him across the country who are not even seeing him but just hearing his voice, and start to call on like to protest, then Alfred, you're trying to use your influence wrongly.
No, I am not using my influence wrongly.
Nancy, that proceed, I beg you.
I think, finally, let me conclude, my brother. The reason why I am calling on the Liberian people to protest, because this country has been misused for too many times and too long. It's about time that we give people that flower when they are trying to do their best to uplift this country. And Funati Kofa has proven himself. So I'm calling the Liberian people to protest in his defense, because we need people like that in our country.
Thank you, Konowa. Thank you. Mr. Gates, 30 seconds.
Mobile, let me come here a bit.
All right, go ahead. No problem. Go ahead, Nelson.
Yeah, let me come here a bit.
Nelson, you need to go to the phone line.
Yeah, let's do the phone line too, Nelson.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the
phone line. The man on your transition right now, so we'll go to the phone line later. Go ahead, Nelson.
I'm transitioning. So it's important to state that, like, Liberians will be going to an election, and non-Liberians are not supposed to participate in that election. Non-Liberians are not supposed to be fund campaigning, at least to talk about going to the ballot box to vote, unless and the reason for that is they haven't met the criteria and all of that. There's a similar thing here we have with the House of Representatives. We've played our part as citizens. We've elected the representatives. Amongst themselves, they have a decision to make. But if we want people to go on the grounds of the Capitol now and start protesting, then that's a whole different thing there. Now, I share an experience with you, Mobile, just before I hand it back to you, and then you can get the guys going.
Yep.
I on the grounds of the Capitol on that very day, that was on Thursday, my phone just refused to come on. It refused to do live or whatever. Fortunately, I had a computer with me that I had to use the same screen. Yeah, I shared the link with some of my colleagues who were around so we can do the broadcast. One of those guys who had no business whatsoever with respect to maybe the speakership election, one of the individuals who were trying to battle crowd got angry He said, "Oh, your car will computer. Spoon people will bust the computer. Will do this." Next thing we saw, they started throwing stones. So I'm saying this to say that when we have such an influence where we can sit here and speak to thousands of Liberians, it's important for us to know how we're directing our advocacy, because the sender of the message may have an intent, but the person who's interpreting the message may interpret it differently, and it causes chaos. But anyway, Mobile is over to you.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Nelson. But what we are seeing here is not to say we want call people in the street to go and do and be disgruntled and cause vandalism. No, that's not what we are saying.
You can't control
We are-
that.
yeah, what we are saying here is our people need to come out to send a message to the other guys who are corrupt, stay in their mind that we need to change course. That's the point we are making.
Thank you. Thank you. Anthony, 30 seconds. So we can continue to
So
different
part of the
topic.
reason why a lot of guys are a little jittery right now in the House of Representatives and don't want Speaker Kofa to be in office is because whenever there is a budget allotment or recast budget is where lawmakers get their kickbacks. The 2025 national budget will not have that. Speaker Kofa have vouched that those things will not happen under his leadership. And many of them don't want that. He said the Liberian people deserve better. This guy got small change, so he can take decisions that are not in favor of most of the Ghana who don't have change. That's the fight. Speaker Kofa financially is stable. He got some change, so he can make decisions that will not impact him. And most of these guys come to the legislature and look for money outside of that paycheck. That money to be made. You find these people coming to office that was broke, had nothing, and they are millionaires today.
Of course.
Right? So
Number
when there
five
is
is
a
one case in
concession,
point.
they get kickbacks. When there is a budget, recast or national budget, they get kickbacks. You find out right now, the lawmaker complaining about $100,000 for each representative and $150,000 for each senator. Have you ever heard any of them complain?
No.
This is money that's going to go in that pocket. Who's going to do the oversight for them? They themselves. They are never complaining about it. The Chinese Lao, the real Lao, everybody, they zip it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I get what the
Thank
girl was.
you, Anthony.
You said
Shirley,
it
do
right.
you want to add anything,
You
or
said it right.
I mean, you want to add
Right?
anything, or we should transition?
And this is the reason why,
Thank you,
right now,
thank you,
stop the
Anthony.
level, change the level of campaign that is out there. Because these people in there, they are not there for the ordinary Liberian. They are there for their own self. And anything that would take money out of their pocket, they don't want it. Fanatic Kofa have vouched 2025 national budget. There will be no kickbacks for these guys. They don't want it.
Yeah, Speaker Kofa.
You understand? So I want you back here so we can go to the phone lines.
So yeah,
I mean, you want to come in 30 seconds? Then we'll just share it a bit.
I just wanted to touch on what
I come in one second. I mean, after you and share it, if Nelson not come to the phone line, we'll transition. I think I got one topic here. We'll just be on it until.
We can go to the phone line at any point when you guys.
Okay, but let I mean do a 30 second share it. Go to the phone line. No problem.
No, I was saying that I just wanted to touch on what Nelson was saying as well. Yesterday, I was concerned myself in the chamber. I saw a lot of people being paraded in the chamber who was led in there by the guy that looked at Turbo wannabe white suit. What's his name?
Sapopo.
Yeah, that guy. He took all those whatever behind him to go disturb, and they were in the chamber of the House of Representatives, shouting and chanting. And I think that's what Raymond was also referring to when he was talking about insurrection and everything. So yeah, Nelson is right. We see that a lot. It was not that it stopped whatever that was going on, but he was walking on that ground like he was the head nigga in charge, with his arms on in his white suit. I don't know what was going on with him, with all those guys behind him. They need to stop that. Seriously. Go ahead, shut it if you guys understand.
Thank you. Shut it. Tell it.
Yeah, so before we go to before we go to the phone line,
Mhm.
um, it's clear, like you know what Anthony List said, that there's a lot of changes that the speaker is looking forward to making, and trying to like cut people off from some of the things that they are used to, so that like what we can.
Wait a minute, guys. This is politics play right here. For some
Nelson, that's why
reason,
we can't hear you for, because I don't know what you're saying. Like your
No,
phone is breaking up. Are
hello.
you saying something, Nelson?
Go ahead, Shadi. Let
We
him.
can't hear
You'll
you.
be
But
making
Nelson want
it.
to be more of a panelist today than the host.
Yeah, Nelson, change is really hard, and especially if it's something that's going to take some money from you. It's really hard for you to accept. So there's people like, what? Let's get together. Let's have a plan. Let's try to remove this speaker, and make sure that things stay the way that they are. But what they forget.
Oh, I think she intercept call private. But again, Nelson is out. So until we can get some calls coming in. I just want to bring a topic. Maybe Nelson can come in later with the calls and stuff. I want to go back to our resources and stuff, how our resources are being used in the country. So we can just make a little, maybe 1 minute ideas, and then our caller can come in when Nelson or transition. Now, we were. I think me and my brother Anthony talked about it on the bag with the last time about our resources, how our resources are being used, more especially our iron ore, timber, and other stuff. Now that would leave politics small. Let we go to what benefit the people. Because end of the day, we're looking at the outcome of our resources, how it benefit our people. Now, 2012, Labrador was the third largest iron ore producer and the first in Africa. Now we drop, and with all the product, with all the iron ore was shipping out of the country, we never had one industry, we never had one factory like could transform our iron ore to raw material, to iron, to steel raw, to beam and other stuff for bridges and other stuff. And now under this government, we drop all the way to 2020. The largest, let's say we Labrador is 20 on the global market when it comes to iron ore production, export in the world. Now, my question to my fellow panelists and probably our listeners who out there, you think within our Liberian setup, within this government, you think it is better for our government to open an industry or factory to transform some of these material, or probably to tell the metal, right? Because they don't want shipping iron ore. Tell them that, you know what, we want 50% to be transformed here and you're shipped to 50%. So what is the thought on that, Army? And then we'll just go around the table until we get to the phone now. Thank you. You mute.
Like we were discussing it back the other day, we thought that was a very good idea for our people to have jobs, and also for Liberia, for these people to stop cheating Liberia, because a lot of minerals are being taken out of the country and they are not being inspected. Whether, oh, you're just here to mine iron ore or whatever it is, or and they are doing it to get other stuff. They take it out. No one is there and say no, you don't have license for this and stuff like that. But after listening to my brother Raymond, he said something about Liberia don't have that uh luxury to you know implement something that will force those people to do stuff like that. They are going out. Like he kind of make an
I mean,
example
before
like
you
said,
before you conclude on your topic, let me just ask you one question. You think if the government take initiative, right, to probably put this identical company, like let's say the government itself say, you know what, we want to open this company under the government, and then we will employ our own people, our Liberian people, and the entire percentage will be for the government, and we will pay our people, and taxes, everything will be coming from them. You think it will be better like that, or giving it to other giving it to other company
well,
to do it?
it's not about what I think, right? I just want to be, because I don't know how these things work. I sit here and run my mouth. I don't. Hey, I'm just being honest. Okay. I don't know how their whole concession thing and how holding these people. So I don't know how it works. But if that would be quiet, George. If that was something that could happen, absolutely, that would be good if the government had the money to invest in it and let their citizens have these jobs and stuff like that. Yeah, it would be. But like I was saying, then Remy was saying that we don't have the luxury to hold these people to these something because we are begging them to come in, especially after the war. He said before the war we had that kind of stuff to tell them, oh, you have to do that, you have to do that. But after the war, we're going out there begging these people to come in. Do we have investment climate? Every time other political parties chanting, throwing stones, and yeah, people get afraid. What will happen if I take my money in our country? Is it a good investment climate for me or whatever? So those are the things that our government is going out and begging them to come in. So we don't have that luxury to hold them to these things. That's what I heard.
Thank you, George. That'll go by the queue. George, go ahead, my brother. 1 minute.
Look, Moba, and our listening audience, I think creating employment is one of the most important things in our society. One of the needs that no one, regardless of which side of this political sphere you sit, there's no way you can deny the fact that creating employment industries, what I mean, is the most important thing to do right now. But look, here's the thing. Everyone here knows that during this campaign, we all sat here and pretended as if we knew everything. How President Weah was doing nothing. All he was doing was stealing the money. And Waka was going to come. And I think I made a post yesterday or 2 days ago. Those who said President Waka was going to come and then NGOs are going to come back, where are they? Look, that's why when we come on the show, we are different. Because we come with experience, we come with the knowledge, and we come with the education. Most people here do, not just me. But when we say that we speak, we want people to listen to us instead of insulting us in the comment section. Listen to us because we might just say the thing that can transform your own ingenuity. That's the thing. For the fact that my sister said she doesn't know how investment works and all these concession things work, it's telling. Because we have to understand these things to make sure that we transform the knowledge of our people and to direct it away.
Thank you, Josh.
What?
Thank you, Josh.
Oh,
Correction,
because
George is taking my
What John coming after you for no reason?
George coming after you for no reason. My man, if you don't get nothing, if you don't get anything to say on the topic, just say you your time to another person.
So I need to respond to that.
We got limited time.
I did not finish. You called me
okay,
off.
Conclude 30 seconds. So we can go there and
okay.
wrap it
for
up.
The fact that President Bouakai does not have the experience after almost a year in office, nothing is happening in the country. Everything seems to be dumb, and the only news that we hear is people fighting in ministries or people taking money. That's the development in the country now. It's sad, and we need to change that. The only way to change that is to get President Bouakai out of that mansion and take him to his rehab residence, and we move on with our country.
Thank you, George. Anthony, go ahead. 1 minute.
So
guys.
So let me just say this.
Yeah.
UP folks.
Yeah, hello, guys.
Liberia don't have the infrastructure.
Okay,
Liberia don't have data. First of all, Liberia will not receive NGO because NGO money not painful money. You have no war. You have nothing happening. Do you know what NGO money going on? It's going to Ukraine. It's going to Israel. It's going to Palestine. It's going to Lebanon. Why are you meeting me?
I think
What do you mean, y'all?
Nelson is talking, guys.
But Nelson, if you change the subject, then let us know that the message is my turn. Then you get, meet my microphone.
Nelson will go to the phone line or what? Because the other
I understand. Just a gentleman will transition into the phone.
No, you were talking, but you hearing.
Speaking, you just, shut my microphone off.
No, yeah, I just said it, Anthony. I don't think you heard him. That's all.
I don't know why you bring the other topic of who you want, who the one you want to hear from, what your government's going to do.
So can I go ahead now?
You bring all the
No,
clever
but
people
we
that you
finish.
can ask all that
We
know
not even
nothing.
finished with
I
Anthony
got
and
them
this.
on the
Tell us your
phone.
name.
I got a call on the phone.
So go to the phone line. Nelson.
Yes, Maluba, he said that. Let's go to the phone line.
Shame,
Yeah, but
big
okay.
shame on you, Oba. Shame on you.
Okay, if I score, you
I
can
don't
see
want
me
you can make
there.
an ask what your government's going to do.
You don't even understand the question. So forget it. I say you what kind of advice
You
you can give
don't
a
ask
government?
you say we
Baba,
say
can you please read the numbers out?
you're not
Or
telling
you
all
can
what you
also call on 267-586-5479, and Nelson will put a logo number up. And right now I have a caller on the phone. Go
that's
ahead,
so
caller.
that people can be
Raymond is there. Let's hear what you gotta say.
Nalin Lapo.
Thanks for keeping the show going tonight, and to all of the audience, welcome. But I'd like to come in from a different perspective, different from all of you on the show tonight, especially about the speaker saga. Well, there are a lot of allegations that the lawmakers made, and then we have to improve our country. We have to be objective. As much as I admire some of the workings of the speaker, and I appreciate that doesn't neglect the fight. That some of the allegations against him are strong, including the fact that he's a felon. And to be honest, irrespective of how well he works, I don't go to bed feeling okay that we have a speaker of our republic who is a felon. And there are other allegations. Let us not forget, it's the same speaker who was deputy speaker 6 years under the CDC-led government. Is he a perfect man? Is he clean? During that time, when line did he speak for anything justifiable for the people? Let us not.
Is this a caller? Is this a caller or panelist? What is which one?
You don't get called up more time.
Let us not forget as
Nothing
well.
at all. We take up our time to come on the show. We take our time to come on the show. There, let somebody call from somewhere. Get me lecturing us.
Nessie not get out more time than they to talk. They may not panelists to net. Then they may just call 1 minute. You cutting off.
Wrap up. Possibly meet yourself.
I agree. I agree. The
Yeah, that justice we done to
No, we
everybody.
agree. Yeah, but you make your point now.
But if you're interrupting the whole corner, then how we supposed to tell the
wanted to
person
make a
something?
point, he's going to come on the show. But if you call, we don't give you that luxury of time.
Thank you. What Raymond conclude.
Listening, please mute your two disgruntled panelists.
Wrap up.
Wrap up. Y'all going to tell me, y'all go face out.
I mean, I can't wrap up when the panelists are disrupting me.
I know. Go ahead.
So what I'm trying to say, we all spoke as if Fanaticofa is a saint and he hasn't done no wrong, and he's the perfect man for Liberia, and everybody's going against him. As much as I understand there are internal politics that are of representative, and the allegation against corruption should be looked into. If anyone for a corporate should be held accountable, but the issue stood on the resolution against the speaker. I think we Liberians should look at it and see if there's any merit and give it the credibility it deserves.
Thank you, Raymond.
It's still a sin, and we all know it.
Thank you, Raymond. Thank you. And I don't think anyone was saying that he's a sin here either.
All right. So we still got caller coming in.
Yes, I got one more call.
All right, go ahead. 1 minute.
Hello, Thomas Kuman. How are you?
Yes, thank you so much for the recognition. I'm Thomas Kuman, and calling from Upper Kawa, Liberia.
Let's hear you.
First to the issue, Nelson and the rest of the panelists, I want you to please pay attention to what I'm about to say. You know, we back home, we most often listen to the show from the media, the radio station. So this thing about the radio station going off at a certain time while the show is still on is affecting us. We have to end the show for some of us. We have to be on the data, and that is too costly. So I don't know, maybe the Spoon can revisit that proceedings. Now, thank you. So my take on the topic tonight,
I don't know why CDC or George Weah hate the word audit. Whenever you talk about audit, he comes with a press statement. And you can bear witness, George Weah come on more press statement than any, within the last 6 years. Just in this 9 months. Okay? When President Boga took office, he came out and said he protected the Unity Party government and President Boga should not audit the people. When the issue of Samuel came up, we came out again with another press statement and said nobody should audit the people. Now, just because for the Tikofa is asking for audits of the House, former President we came up with another press statement. He hates audits. And I don't know why. I asked a question in the comment section. One of it was is President Brakai who convinced the CDC lawmakers, Tomo Farah, Abu Kamara, to plot against another CDC speaker. How can the guys on the show explain that? Thank you so much.
That's the $1 million question that we all want to know. Thank you.
Thank you. You still got more calls coming in?
Once again, guys, you can call on 267-586-5479. What else on the other something? And can y'all put your numbers up too?
Can you read the number? So I just pin it up here.
We don't see.
Can you read the number? So I just put it up. Any of you?
Can I respond to the caller?
You mute, please.
So guys, can you hear me?
267.
Can I respond to the caller?
No. 267.
You are doing your closing. Keep it.
586.
Yeah, you got no
5479.
can be talking.
But man, you do it in your closing. But we'll come
no caller, man talk about.
How would a man get that number if y'all talking? Good grief, Jesus.
You gotta get patient with them.
You were talking to, bro. 267 586 5479. Can y'all get one more number? Everybody just put that number hostage. Y'all need 50,000 for that.
Y'all call the show all the point feel like calling today.
You just feel like disturbing today, don't you?
It's not on radio. So what we do?
The show not on radio. And like I didn't want to call.
Hello? Yes. Who's this?
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I don't know who calling, so I can unless the person
just ask what the name and what.
Okay. So folks, sorry, we'll have to do our closing from here. Because So let's start to do the closing, beginning with you, Alfred, and then we can go to Vasco and just across the table.
Can I just call this person back first? Well, the person, hold on, Nelson.
Okay, let's do the last call.
Hello, caller. What's your name and where you calling from? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's your name and where you calling us from?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
So I think there's an issue with that. Guys, we have to go. Let's do our closing, Alfred, can you do closing?
Yeah, what's your name and where you calling from?
Can we
this is police fire calling from West Virginia.
Okay, let's hear you.
Okay, I just want to tell you apparently, Vasco and George, this is now for the president behind this issue. The scarcity is so big. So you want to tell me Abu Kamara and Sakoko, they are from Unity Party? Right. Let's start looking at politics, man. Because CDC alone is speaking for the basket of the people. So the CDC has gone against you. After the big culture, the alcohol on the show as the year says $1 million to some of us. Just to be people able to remove for a big copper. So they are looking at all these things. So I think this is not politics, this is about the poor. The Lord wants to get to unite our country, to pay our country, and develop our country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alfred, do your closing. No more calls. We gotta go.
Well, thank you so much for having me tonight, Brother Nelson. I think the conversation tonight was spirited. But I will go to now by saying this. No man is infallible. I think the Liberian people will all what Mr. Cooper went through in the US and went back home because he loved his country. And he went back home, he did not shy away from what happened for his life experience. The Liberian people gave him an opportunity for him to rebrand himself. And he has done that. And he keeps doing that. So tonight, what is going on with Funati Kofa, I think it's a sheer jealousy. Some people are intimidated by him. And that's the reason why some of them want him out. They think that in the next few years, he will be the number 2 man in their party, especially the CDC. Where President Weah will be fading away, you will see Funati Kofa, who will be the next leader of the party. And there are some people there who don't want to see that. They want the party to be chaotic. They just want George Weah to be there. He should be the only shining star in the party. So as a result, they want to get Funati out. But I can say this to all of you. Let me close, my brother. I can say this to all of you who are being led by sheer greed and jealousy, that the Liberian people are watching. Any attempt, most of you, any attempt to remove Funati Kofa, we will vehemently oppose you people, and we will make sure we bring all of you out. We'll make sure we sign 10,000 senators to recall some of you. We'll recall some of you who are very corrupt and don't want to change your mindset about Liberia. They think you're doing whatever just for army and myself. We want this country to be moved from the dungeon of poverty and destitution. This country is 177 years old.
Thank you,
The
Alfred.
country is still the same. It's still the same. There is no infrastructure development. Education is dead. Let me leave it there because I'm talking too much. It'll be getting me angry. So let me just
Don't
leave
get
it
angry.
at that.
Don't get angry. Don't get angry. Vasco. You mute Vasco on me yourself. Yeah. Why? 1 minute.
All right, so it was a great show. But what I want to say in my closing is this. Since we elected a speaker, he been doing a great job. But one thing this government is actually afraid of, and some of us we know because we are in-house people, the 2025 budget, it won't be an easy one for this administration. The speaker forgave them small for the stealing that they carry on. They go 2024. The stealing, we forgave them a little bit, but there'll be so many things that will come out if this executive branch try to steal from the Liberian. Because Fonati is about to get tough, and some of you people that are here today say, "Oh, Fonati," you will be the same people that will come back here tomorrow and start to say negative thing about Fonati when he get tough on the executive. And this is very sad. Imagine the country's people suffering in the country. Even school fee, children don't even have school fee to pay. And President Baga is taking $1.2 million to distribute it among few lawmakers, just because you want to get the same men are helping you, that working in line with you, you want to get him out to bring your Richard Coon, and so that y'all can carry on all the stealing y'all want to carry on. But this is the reason why the mighty party we stood up against this plot. You saw how we even dealt with our own people. This is the party. Our party, besides George Weah, nobody in that party is important. That's what we get our
Vasco, did you just say that nobody is important in the party?
That's just what I just said. Him closing.
Besides
the Pune shining star is Jawia.
Yeah, he just gonna get it on.
No, guys, let's allow Vasco to do it. Take 30 seconds to just conclude.
That's not your party. You get your party. I say my party. Only one man important in our party. That job we are with the rest of the people we can kick you out tomorrow morning. You go. You can hear about Molu again. Eh? We the people, we the partisan of the party, we made our party. So you can come, you can be, we the simple that sort of vote for you. So when you go, we come for you. The only person that will lead our party will cry will be George Weah. Because we love him. We can do anything for him. But not any other person. Today Tifa can go. When Tifa go, CDC people move from behind. That would Sir Joseph can go today in Maserado. I can bet you can leave today in Maserado. He will not win Maserado. That's how we're looking.
Thank you, Vasco.
You want to tell me that we are saying our more than the sedition?
That the only party that gets shame. The only party that gets shame, we are shame, we get sedition. So you see that?
But yeah,
George is working on shame. Is he a we are shame or sedition?
George are both. George, we are shame. I'll say are both. We are shame, sedition. Yeah.
Look, guys, it was a wonderful show. And my brother Vasco, nice seeing you again. Appreciate your relentless effort, in promoting our party and letting our people know that we are not the type of people that will run away from any challenge. We will stand our grounds. No one can run us out of Liberia. Liberia belongs to every one of us. But here's what I want to say to this discussion today. I think President Bouaka is leading wrongly. We understand that he said he came to rescue the people. But the budget George Weah was using, he increased his own budget at his executive mansion. The Ministry of Presidential Affairs, the budget has been increased more than the one George Weah held when George Weah was there. But this is the man that said he came to rescue the people. This man is buying more cars than George Weah bought in 6 years. This man is traveling every month from the country, and we know what that means to our budget or our money that is being collected every day.
Your president traveled for the 8 days. Remember that?
That man conclude by big. We gotta go, my man. Why, Josh?
Look, my man, I know you're very educated. And I'm not going to go in there with you because you know that traveling for 48 days does not equate to traveling every day or every month. In the first year, you travel 10 times in 10 months. Can you equate that to 48 days? You go one time in that 48 days. Maybe you can quantify that, but I'm not going to go there with you. But what I want to say is that President Bouaka is destroying our democracy. We did not see this thing during President Weah's term. There was no fight at the Capitol Hill. The only thing we saw there was protesters going there. They wanted to cook there. That's what we saw. But we never saw such a fight.
Information.
My man, let conclude. We gotta go, my man. You be budget the man. Well, go ahead, Josh. 30 seconds.
Yes.
Go ahead,
And we know that President Bouaka does not have anything, good for the Liberian people to see. So he brings out all this triviality, giving money, to remove speakers just so that there will be noise in the country so that they won't see his incompetence. Because that's what happens. When people are incompetent, they bring noise. And when the noise is too much, you never know what they're doing. And that's how they thrive. And that's what President Bouaka is doing. It's sad for our people in our country. And we look forward to a day where we live in a country where competence will be, heralded over age. And President Bouaka, I know the Liberian people are regretting now already. Some of them said when you're going to come to a power, they're going to be NGO. I can remember the guy who took me from the airport during the election month. I took me home. He said, because of George, we had no plane were coming. I wonder how many planes are coming now. It's
Thank
been
you,
10
thank you,
months.
Josh. We
more
gotta
than
go.
that.
Thank you.
So
Amen.
we'll see. And Liberia will continue to be a Liberia, and we'll all continue to be there. And see you guys soon. I'll be in Liberia soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you guys. It was a great show. So I was thinking on what to do my closing on, right? But I love you, George and Vasco. Y'all always come back here. Y'all always give me something to close on. My brother Vasco, he said that if Fonati will give the government tough time the next budget, so they have something to take him out. But as we all just said here, we've seen the CDC is being divided. CDC is in fighting each other. But yet still, my brother want to equip this to the government. Because they are so much in denial, they just can't stand the fight to say, yes, this is happening. And our president is former president, the one who Vasco worship, instead no important human being in the CDC but George Weah. I don't know how someone can sit and make a statement like that. Can't even have the nerve to say, yes, he's in there. So it has to be someone else's fault. Even though everything is pointing in that party, they're going knucklehead. President Bouaka had that kind of power to divide the CDC right now. Where to go, old man? You are doing very, very well to your oppositions. And George talking about traveling. First of all, the president job description traveling is part of that as well. We all know that. And as messed up as the country is, we don't have anything. You're talking about NGOs and all of that. He's not going to have those things when he's sitting in his bedroom. He has to go out and make the case for the country. He's not going merrymaking. He's not going watching football game for 48 days. He's not going sitting there when his son is playing for another country and not Liberia to watch the game, using the Liberian people's money. He's going making the case for Liberia. So yes, he has to do that. The NGO that you want to see, you have to do that. You can sit in your bedroom and get that done. So let's get that right. And talking about this coming, that coming, and planes will be coming. People can't just leave and then just automatically show up. It have to be discussed. How long we been? You can't tell me it's been 3 years already, and none of these things that when we had so many planes or so many airlines going to Liberia doing the Malan Salita, and all of a sudden doing George Weah time, they all vanished, and then you wanted to just appear in like in 8 months. No. You don't know if it's being discussed for that to happen. So we can't just come here and say, it's not happening. Fighting at the legislature. Who fighting? Is the Unity Party fighting each other, or is the CD Shin and we are Shin fighting each other? So how can you blame that on they don't want us to fight doing the we are government because they didn't want us to make it look like something, but they want to sabotage. So they're trying to do that because Speaker Kofa is doing what he's supposed to do, work across the aisle. So they don't want to see that. The Vasco already stated they are complaining that Speaker Kofa is being too frank. He's traveling with the president. This man is the Speaker of the United States of Liberia. He's going. I'm pretty sure he's doing Speaker business. He's not going as Bouaka best friend to go sit by him. No, that's not why he's on this trip. Vasco. He's supposed to do that regardless of what party he comes from. He's not supposed to be enemy with the president. He's the speaker of the country. And that is the president. They are not enemies, even though they are from different parties. So maybe someone needs to understand that and start making it look like, he in bed with it something. So they're trying to do all of this. But yes, still, you coming telling us that the government is behind all of that, even though you're giving us the hint why the CDC want this man out. But yes, still, you still want to blame President Bouaka. I don't understand your total reason. So all of us, even though you say English is hard for us, yes, but at least our little that we know, we can look to your argument. It is not making any point.
Thank you.
That your business.
Thank you. Let me just do my 1 minute closing. Look, thank you to the Liberian people for tuning in and listening to all and my fellow panelists.
That all you don't go bullet out. You finish. No more talking for you.
Oh, wait, I hear what yeah, but no, man, that's it. I'm talking much because my sister and the board have all the statement my two colleagues made. Because end of the day, they would just say, Jowia. They think about Liberia, only Jowia, but we understand it. That's our language. So that's it, man. And that's it. Thank you. At least every night will be here tomorrow. Will be here again, and making a case for Liberia as well as always. Thank you. Nelson, you stay there.
Thank you, Moba.
My begin getting more political now. Man, what I used to be talking, he talking more than me now.
Every time Moba
You are making it happy. What kind of talking you talking? The men are learning new war again, boyfriend.
Pastor, I got time for you, my man. We are sure about. You add that to all.
That's good. I'm serious trouble.
So, but Vasco, the guys.
Joy, not taking notice on the very video. Everything about dress.
The guys are not monotonous anymore, right?
Yeah. No, you try now. You ain't doing monotonous. A new world portrait.
So, guys, we want to say thank you to everyone. It's been a great show. Our brother Anthony, I don't know why he went in the background. Anthony,
the man gonna do a closing too.
we looking forward to
monotonous closing.
Until then, thank you, Alfred, for being here tonight. Vasco, thank you, Josh, thank you, Emmy, and thanks to Mobile as well. Tomorrow, Josh will be co-hosting. That's the information we get.
Tomorrow you come into the code room. When you hear the call and say you can call the show up, then you on Facebook.
Nelson, I told you in Italy, my man.
I'm out join later, man.
Huh? That's the way you get that information from.
Come again?
Where you getting that information from?
Which information?
For John to co-host tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you chasing me for? You chasing my blood.
I hearing that Josh and Emmy. I hearing that Josh and Emmy will be hosting tomorrow because
I support George.
I don't know how they.
Of course, you support anybody that. Now you don't support someone for that. When you used to tell someone for that, all the money he let that.
Today, I still support.
Guys, we want to say thanks to all of our followers. It's been a great show. Jonathan Carter, Thomas Kume, Dukley, Fode, Martina. Thanks to everyone. Let's hope we can be here tomorrow. Until then, have a good night, everyone.